is Heather. And this summer I served in Brisbane.
My name's Molly, and I was in Grange, just outside of Adelaide.
Hello, my name is Hannah Sabolka.
Oh, I'm Alan McCarty, and we served in Perth.
I'm Lonnie.
I'm Hannah.
And I'm Jared, and we served in Tasmania.
I'm Ashley, and I served at East Fremantle Baptist Church in Perth.
My name is Colin. And I'm Sam. And we served in Adelaide, South Australia.
God really taught me while I was here that it's great just to be flexible and just be ready to do anything and join groups whenever they are, even if it's a group of old ladies.
I guess I just learned that missions is not like such a project as I thought it was. It's just in your day-to-day life, and your everyday things that you do with people.
I learned about AFL, and it is awesome. It's the best sport in the world. American football sucks. Okay, we can't do that. No, I won't be on film with that.
Something that I learned being in Australia this summer was don't neglect the Word of God. Spend time with Jesus every day. Soak into His truths because that'll really keep you sensitive to where the Spirit is leading.
Okay, American football does not suck. Don't listen to them. AFL is great though. But what I learned this summer is that you just gotta be flexible with stuff. And I know it's kind of cliche, but we really do. We had a couple activities that our pastor planned for us that fell through, and we kind of got bored. But we just had to be flexible and work with it. So.
What I learned was to pray without ceasing, like just always be in prayer, even if you're just walking or if you're like riding the bus, just no matter what you're doing, always be in prayer.
So the activity highlight would definitely be being able to hug and cuddle and play with lions, cubs, not actually the lions.
Well, for me, I think my biggest highlight was we started a youth group for the first time in the history of our church. And so the building's been there for almost 100 years and they've never had a youth group.
A few highlights of my trip. One was getting to preach at a Sunday night service in the town I was staying. That was really neat because it was my first sermon. And another thing was getting to feed kangaroos in Australia. How cool is that?
Just the people are so amazing. They're so friendly. They're so fun to be around.
Just the people and getting to know the people and building relationships with them. That was just so awesome, and to be super comfortable with each other towards the end. And it's going to be really, really hard to go back home and not be able to see them every day.
My church went on a mission trip while I was here on a mission trip, and we went to the Outback, and it was really great. We went to Kuapiti and Udadata, and I got to preach and sleep in a tent and lots of other fun things.
So one of my highlights was getting to share my full story at a camp that we worked at. It was for youth, so it was an age that I really liked and that I could really relate to. So it was great to be able to open up to them and see how that they could open back up to us in our small group discussions. It was really awesome.
Bring a knife to defend yourself against drug bears and play that fight.
My advice would just immerse yourself in the culture. Don't be afraid to use the words they say, like keen or cheers, stuff like that. And just enjoy your time here. And like you said, watch out for drop bears.
Aussie interns, my advice to you is please leave all your expectations at home. They will all be shattered here. Also, strive to make really intentional relationships while you're here, and be patient and don't grow weary because your labor is not in vain.
You may face opposition or have some negative comments, and just pray about it and lean on God through those things, and He'll get you through.
I would say just be encouraged to know that God is always doing so much more than what we can physically see or know about. It's tough knowing that you might not get to see the fruit and that you won't be there for the harvest, but it's so fantastic to know that you gave it your all and that God worked through you and that you planted seeds.
My advice would be to just make most of every opportunity because you can just talk to somebody on the bus or walking around and it could be an amazing conversation. So just don't hesitate, go for it.
just a word of advice I would give to the guys coming next summer. Don't waste any opportunity you get to share the gospel. Seriously, this is a really hard country to share in. The people are not as open as you may be used to. And so if you get an opportunity, take it, because it may be the only one you get the entire time.
Get out there and meet people you don't know, and while you're here a short amount of time where you can try your best to lead them closer to God and disciple them and build them up.
So just expect the unexpected, be open for new things, and take every opportunity, because you just never know what it could turn out to be.
That there are so many people in Australia who are not Christians and they don't claim to be Christians, and I just will encourage y'all and pray that y'all will be able to lead them as best you can to God, and hopefully they'll become Christians.
Okay, my advice is relationships. That's the number one thing I can suggest. We didn't learn that until we were about 5-6 weeks in. Someone told us who had been in ministry for about 10 years that the biggest struggle and the biggest thing to learn in Australia is that everything's done through relationships. Everything, going to church, even just going out to dinner, everything's done through building relationships. So when you get there, hit the ground running with relationships. Good night, mate.
Good day, mate.